Thank you for confirming. So you all guys are so great because it's quite a challenge to wake up so early in the morning and attend such sessions, but you have chosen to learn something new, you have chosen to upgrade yourself, and you woke up. So you are among those people who are you know in a better category. So I would like to thank you because you have chosen me to help you in your upgradation in your career. So let me very quickly introduce myself. So many people might have attended my some other workshop or my YouTube videos, but let's say very quickly I will give you my introduction. So my name is Amol Zagre. I'm basically from Pune, Maharashtra. Just one second. Recording is on. I'm basically from Pune, Maharashtra. I have completed my engineering in IT in 2010 from PICT College, Pune, and I have around 7+ years of experience as a QA member and a manager. I am the author of this book, Practical Approach of Software Testing. It is available on Amazon, and currently I am working on this book, so it is on automation. It is almost completed, editing is going on, so shortly this will be also available on Amazon. Okay, so before we begin, let's discuss some instructions so that it will be easy for you to understand the next 3 days. And yeah, so are you all the part of that WhatsApp group that I have created? Is there anyone who is not a part of a WhatsApp group? I have created a WhatsApp group and added you all, and wherein I'm sending all the instructions like today's meeting link I've sent to you, and daily I'm going to send something like notes and the recording links also I'm going to share on that WhatsApp group. So in case if anybody is not a part of that WhatsApp group, then email me. Okay, my email ID is the same from where you have received this today's invitation. Hi, yes, Prasad, I know. I have saved your number. I will add it. I received your number. Uh, Now, if you are not a part of this WhatsApp group, email me. I'll give you email ID in case if you don't have, and mail me from your registered email ID and tell me your WhatsApp number. I'll add you in that WhatsApp group. Okay. So, in case sometimes what happens is that when you get some links from an unknown number, your WhatsApp will not make those links as a hyperlink. Those links are actually represented as a text. So I'm giving you two solutions for it. First, save the sender's number. Okay, so in that WhatsApp group, whoever will be the sender, save that number so that those links will become visible. Otherwise, you can open WhatsApp in WhatsApp web. Do you know how to open WhatsApp in WhatsApp web? Is there anyone who don't know how to open this WhatsApp in WhatsApp web? Yes. So open WhatsApp in WhatsApp web, and whatever links are there, you can just copy and paste it into your tab. Okay. Why I'm sharing you this? Because I'm going to send the recording links or some other links. So those links, they may not open in your WhatsApp. So what you have to do, you have to open WhatsApp in WhatsApp web and copy and paste those links so that you'll be able to access those links. Fine. Still, if you have any issues, you can email me. I'll respond to you. That's not a problem. Okay. So daily I am going to share the live class recording. Means whatever the sessions we are going to conduct in these 3 days. So I'm actually recording the session, and you will get the recording maybe in 2 to 3 hours after we complete the session. Okay, don't just immediately start messaging me that sir, where is the recording, where I'll get the recording. Don't worry, the recording you will get in just 2 to 3 hours, maybe uh, before 10 a.m. today, right? And its access will be there till the weekend. Okay, so throughout this weekend means till Sunday evening at 11 p.m. Fine. Then if you have any queries, any technical queries, so do not message me on WhatsApp. I very rarely actually I get a lot of messages, and I may not be able to respond to you on WhatsApp. If you have a genuine questions, any technical question related to API testing or whatever you will learn in these 3 days, email me on this email ID. And yes, those who don't have, those who are not connected to that WhatsApp group, or you are not, if you're not a part of a WhatsApp group, so you can email me on this email ID, amol@scriptinglogic.net. Okay, and a very interesting thing that we are going to have one quiz on day 3. So whatever we will learn in day 1, 2 and 3, so based on that we will have a quiz, means one question I'm going to ask you, to all of you, based on whatever we will learn in these 3 days, and the one who will answer correctly and quickly will be the winner and will get a Amazon voucher worth 199. It means whatever you have invested for this 3 days workshop, you can recover it. All you need to do is study and be alert. Okay, so these are few instructions from my side, and let's understand what all we are going to study in these 3 days. So day 1, that is today, we are going to study what is a web service, its example and different types of its types. Okay, maybe SOAP we will study today. REST, about REST we will discuss tomorrow. What is SOAP UI tool? Okay, this is a software that we are going to download and install, and one sample web service we are going to study today. Okay, on day 2, that is tomorrow, we are going to study the testing part of SOAP UI tool and REST services. Okay, so on day 2 we are going to study the REST services and SOAP services. On day 3 we are going to study what is a postman, its installation, the demonstration of web service, and its testing in this tool. Okay, so this will be day 1, day 2, day 3. These this is the content that we are going to study. Okay, now we are going to begin with the day 1. Before that, one more thing, bonus gifts. Okay, on day 3 I'm going to give you some bonus gifts on day 3. That is a project installation guide. There will be one open source project based on based on REST APIs. So I'll give you a guide to download and install that. Okay, that I'm also going to show you. I'm also going to demonstrate you on day 3. A chat server project is there, wherein in the backend the REST APIs are used. So how to download and install its installation guide is there. And second bonus gift is rest assured library implementation guide. Okay, so rest assured library is also one of the essential tool with the help of which you can test the web services. Then the third one is the completion certificate. On day 3 you are going to get the completion certificate as well. Okay, so now we will begin with the session. Okay, now during the session, in case if you have any queries, or if in case if you wanted to ask anything, so I kindly request you that please don't ask in between. Okay, at the end of the session I'll wait here, okay, for 10 or more minutes, and whatever your questions are there, I'm going to address each and every one, no matter how many questions are there, how many time it's take, but I'm going to answer them, right? So this is my kind and humble request to you that in between please don't ask anything, please. So what happens is that whenever you start typing anything, so those people who are, you know, focusedly attending the sessions, they get disturbed, and even I get disturbed and my flow gets broken. So don't worry, whatever your questions are there, write it down on piece of paper, or you can write it down in the notepad, and at the end of the session, whatever your questions are there, 1 2 3, whatever number of questions you have, you just copy and paste, or you can just type into the chat. I'm going to address, this is my promise, I'm going to address each and everyone's questions, okay, no matter how much time it takes. Okay, so let's begin with our first day of this 3 days workshop. So today we are going to study what is a web service. So if you are a manual tester and if you want to upgrade your automation testing knowledge, so this workshop is going to help you a lot. Or even if you are working in a functional or automation testing and willing to explore more in the API testing, then also this will help you. Okay, so API testing. So why API? Okay, so let's see a practical example here. Look at this. Makemytrip.com. I hope you are aware of this site. Yes or no? Makemytrip.com. Okay, so there is one option to book a flight. So what I'm doing is I'm selecting a flight. So let's say Delhi Bangalore, departure 14 June, and that is I guess it is tomorrow, and then say search. Okay, so I can see so many flights are there. So out of which I can see there is one Indigo flight is there, which is from okay, Delhi to Bangalore. Okay, Delhi to Bangalore. Sorry. Alright, Delhi to Bangalore. The Indigo flight is there. Its timing is 20:30. Okay, means 8 o'clock in the night, and it will take this much time, and it will reach to the Bangalore in this at this particular time. And this is the price. Sorry, this is the go first. I'll just prefer this go Indigo. You can just go with this go first also. So look at this Indigo. This is the starting time, and this is the arrival time, and this much the time will be taken, and this is the fare of this airline. So see, this makemytrip.com is just a website wherein it has all the different services. It has a tie-up with all of these services like Indigo, Air India, Go First. Okay, whatever different airline services are there, so they are actually connected with this makemytrip.com. So what makemytrip.com it does, when you just put your preference, that is your travel, you're traveling from, where you're traveling, and what is your departure date, and some other details. When you put, so it displays all the options, and you choose whatever you are good with. Fine. But you can see the same thing you can do on this Indigo website also. Okay, just search for Indigo. Go Indigo. Okay, I'll just use the same searching information, that is Delhi to Bangalore, departure date 14 June, and let's search for the flight. Okay, so now you can see this was the flight 2:25. Okay, so this is the departure time 2:25. So can I see here also? You can see 2:25, and the arrival time is 5:15. Okay, same you can see it here, 5:15. Its duration is 2 hours 50 minutes. Okay, maybe 2 hours 50 minutes. Fare, or that, let's say price, is also almost the same. Okay, price is also almost the same. Fine. And what will happen if you book either from this Indigo or from makemytrip.com, still your booking will be completed very successfully. Okay, no matter from where you book. So a seat for you in Indigo airline will be booked for this particular flight. Okay, so this is one example. Another example, now you see after COVID, the movie business has come back because the theaters are now open. So you can see this is bookmyshow.com, and I have chosen Pune, and if you just search for certain movies, so let's say this one. Okay, and I will try to book the tickets over here. So let me just book the ticket, and here I can see for today I have these options here, different options. Okay, so again, this bookmyshow.com is quite like a make my trip only. So on this book my show, you can see there are different different theaters are there, so those are added here, and they might have their own websites also. For example, this PVR group is there. So PVR or Inox, let's say this PVR. So PVR icon, the pavilion, you can just search on Google for PVR cinemas. Okay, let me just open, and I will go for the same movie. Okay, so I will choose Pune over here. Let me select Pune, ABCDEFG, Pune. Okay, and here let's choose the same movie and say book ticket, and you can see there are four options for this PVR City Mall Pimpri, or let's say PVR Icon Pavilion Pune. Okay, and here also I am just selecting PVR Icon Pavilion Pune, and just observe the timings here. So 1:35 p.m. see here, 1:35 p.m. then 4:40 p.m. 4:40 p.m. and see the prices also, 230, 250, 500, 230, 250, 500. Okay, 745, 1050. Okay, 755, 1050. Okay, so what do you think? If I book ticket from this PVR, or if I book this ticket from this bookmyshow.com, still I'll be able to watch the movie, yes or no? Right? So no matter from where I book the ticket, still I'll be able to go to the PVR cinema and go and watch the movie, right? Because on the both sites I'll be able to book my ticket there. Now look at this. These were the two scenarios. Like here it was makemytrip.com, okay, and this was the Indigo. Okay, another case, it was like bookmyshow.com, and PVR cinemas. I can see I am able to do these operations like booking, or even you can do cancellation from this makemytrip.com, or same things you can do it on bookmyshow.com also. Now this cancellation option is also available in on bookmyshow, so you can do the booking and cancellation from bookmyshow.com, and same thing you can similarly do it on Indigo, as well as you can similarly do it on the PVR for movies. Okay, Indigo for flight booking. Fine. Now here, if you just carefully think how this is happening actually. So looking at this, I can see there could be two possibilities. Okay, means how this data is shared means if you book from makemytrip.com, still the Indigo website knows, or if you do booking or cancellation, still your ticket will be booked, and same case is there for Book My Show and PVR cinemas as well. So now how internally they are doing it? Okay, so maybe a possibility is there that let's consider this Indigo, and this will be applicable to the second case also. So either this Indigo might have exposed the functionality, okay, it might have exposed the functionality to access booking or cancellation. Okay, whatever the functions it will write in whatever language, uh, so that functionality might be exposed by this Indigo. Okay, this is one possibility. Or it might have exposed the database, because the data is also common between makemytrip.com, indigo.com. So whatever the details you will provide, your name, email id, phone number, right, so that will be actually available on this indigo, or right. So expose the database with make my trip. Okay, so what do you think, will it be possible with this? Do you think this would be the case? Yes or no? Type into chat. So do you think this indigo? Okay, no. Why do you think that this is not possible? Yes. See, any reason do you think that this? Okay, no security, right? So here, if you just expose directly the database or the functionality, so there will be a security concern, right? So here, this possibility is not at all valid. Okay, so indigo, they might not expose the database with makemytrip.com, or even they decide to expose the functionality. Let's say indigo will expose the functionality, and let's be that database in the backend, no one have the access to the database other than indigo, and just the functionality is exposed. But suppose this makemytrip.com is designed in Java, and this indigo is designed in PHP. Okay, then how will they communicate between them, right? How the functionality, if still exposed by this indigo, then how this makemytrip.com will access those functionalities, right? So because this is not practically possible, so there is somebody in between who is doing this job. Okay, and that is a web service. Okay, so let's understand how this is going to happen. Let's see, if suppose you go to a restaurant, just a second, you go to a restaurant and you want to order something. Okay, sometimes even in the Pune you can directly order in the kitchen. There are actually token systems, but suppose you want to order something, and you speak in one language and the people in the kitchen, they speak in some other language. So what the hotel people they might do, so they will just keep a system wherein actually a person will come, let's say waiter will come, waiter will ask what you want, you will order, you will tell your order to your waiter, and waiter will go into the kitchen and will inform to the kitchen people, because waiter know the language of both you and the people in the kitchen. So the job of waiter is not to prepare the food, but to, take the instruction from you, give it back to the kitchen, and whatever the response will be given by the kitchen people, maybe that dish is not available, or it will take 10 to 15 minutes to prepare that dish, so that response will be taken back by this waiter to you. Okay, so the job and responsibility of waiter is just to take input from you, provide it to the people in the kitchen, get the response back and give it to you. Okay, now same thing this web service will do. So let's say this application 1, this is application 2. Okay, so in case if you want to communicate in between application 1 and application 2, so there will be something called as web service, and the job of web service is not to do those functionalities, it is just to get the data from one application send it to the another application, get the response from the another application, and give it back to the first application, right? So here this website web service, it does not do, or it does not have any code to implement the functionality. Its job is just to receive a data and send it back, receive a data, give it to the another application or a server, get the response and give it back to it. For example, here if you are doing booking, so your booking details like your name, contact number, email ID, from date to date, and the cities you are traveling, so those information will be carried by this web services, and this information will be given to this Indigo. And let's suppose your booking is successful, Indigo will give back you a response that booking is successful, and the same response will be given back to the makemytrip.com. So that's what this web service will do. Okay, so clear up to this? What is the role of this web service actually? Yes or no? If you are clear, type yes into chat. Now see, we as a software tester, we are actually not bothered about how this web service is designed, how this is coded. As a API tester, we are supposed to test this web service, okay, whatever it is, right? You don't have to worry about how this service is, web service is developed. That is actually headache of the developer. Just like in manual testing, we don't care about the implementation part, we just do the testing. Similarly, you don't have to worry about how this web service is designed. Your job is to test this web service. How? You have to give some input and check the output. Give some input and check the output. And how to do that? To do that, there are certain tools that we are going to study, like SOAP UI, Postman, Rest Assured Library, and some other things are also there. So today we are going to study this SOAP UI tool, but before that, you might be thinking that this is the API testing workshop and we are talking about web service. So is this web service and API same, or are they different? Yes, anybody knows the difference between web service and API? I'm going to tell you, don't worry about that. Okay, so see, look at this. I'm making a statement that all web services are API, but all API are not web services. Okay, all web services are API, but all APIs are not web services. Let me explain you this. Suppose I have a functionality. Let's say this is a Java function. Don't worry if you are less familiar with the programming, don't just worry. So let's say I am just doing an addition functionality here, a plus b. Okay, so this is a functionality, a function, addition function. Okay, so if I keep it in one class somewhere and keep this as a utility, and I'm using this function, to do some activity in my some of the application. For example, this is my calculator application I have created. Okay, this is a, let's say, desktop application, or let's say standalone application. Okay, and let's say there is a operation button, say add. Okay, so some addition functionality is getting happen here. So when you click here, so what happens is the call to this method or this service is given, and it does your job. Okay, so what is this? This is API. Okay, API means application programming interface. Okay, this is API, application programming interface, right? But I will not call this as a web service. You know why? Because this service is not working over HTTP protocol. Means what? This service is not working over the web. Okay, so web service is something similar to this only. So if suppose the same thing is written in such a way that you are going to use it over the web. Okay, now how? Don't worry about that. But web service web service service is a collection of functionality collection of different functionalities that works over the web. Okay, so this is important, that works over the web. Okay, web service is also similar to this. There would be a functionality, but that works over the web. Are you getting the difference? So it is said that all web services are API, but all APIs are not web services. Right? So web service is also almost the same, but it works over the web. I'm going to give you this example also, but still, have you understood the difference between web service and API? Yes. Remember this: all web services are API, but all APIs are not web service. Okay, don't worry, I'm going to give you one web service example also, that we will study with the help of one tool, and there also I'm going to take the same example of the calculator. Okay, and that will be the API or the web service. Fine. So right now, just to remember this, web service is a collection of different functionalities that works over the web, and just API, any API, or even if you know Selenium, so in Selenium those jar files that you add into the library, that is also API. Okay, so all web services are API, but all APIs are not web services. Means you can see those Selenium jars are, you know, the API, but because they don't work over the web, we don't call them web services. Right? So Selenium jars are also API, but they are not web services. Fine. So we are going to take one example also of web service. I'm going to show you. So as I said, our job is to test the web service. So there are various tools, and today we are going to study one tool, and it is SOAP UI. So search on Google for SOAP UI, and this is the official website of SOAP UI. From here you can download and install the SOAP UI tool. So many people says that sir, the SOAP UI tool is outdated, now we don't use SOAP UI. See, I don't know why they say. See, SOAP UI is a paid and licensed tool. It is not outdated. They are upgrading regularly. They are selling this. Okay, and you even have the certifications for it. Okay, you can just book for certificate for SOAP UI certification. Let's say SOAP UI certification. If you just search over Google, so you can see you have a certifications also available for this SOAP UI. You can just book for it. For open source, ready APIs and the advanced are also there. You can just book for it. You can give an online exam. If you pass, you will get a certificate on SOAP UI tool also. Okay, so this is not outdated. First, if anybody says so, then please take this out of your mind. SOAP UI is not an outdated tool. SOAP services people might not use, but this SOAP UI tool is not outdated. Actually, there are two types of services, and because of which some people get confused. So out of which SOAP services we are going to study today. So there are two types of web services. One is SOAP and second one is REST. What are those? We are going to study, don't worry. So now don't get confused with this SOAP service and SOAP UI tool. Some people get confused that the SOAP services can be tested with SOAP UI tool, right? So SOAP UI is just a name of a tool. It can test SOAP as well as REST, both type of services. Okay, so let me just show you first how to download this. Let's see. So get this open source. Okay, so get started now and download. Okay, click on download and it will be downloaded. Again, make sure that you are downloading this SOAP UI open source. Okay, this is the paid version. So download this open source. In open source also you can do a lot of things. So download this open source and install it. Again, installation will not be a big deal. Just open the tool, say next, 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 and it will be installed there. Fine. So here, once you install, you will get its icon on your desktop or even in your program files. Now, no matter what operating system you have, maybe it is Windows or Mac, you will get it set up and you'll be able to install this as well. So once you will open this, after installation you'll see something like this. Okay, maybe you may not see such a project. Okay, I have created, so here it will be blank at your side, but you'll see this tool like this. Fine. And no matter what version you are using, maybe today you are using 5.5, so tomorrow it will be upgraded. The core functionality will not change. Whatever we learn today, that will not change. Okay, so I'm going to introduce with some of the functionalities of this SOAP UI tool. Before that, let's take one sample service to just check this API. Okay, this tool particularly. So I'm going to search for, let's say, calculator web service. Okay, that Google search is actually hacked. I have its direct link. Okay, this is the calculator SOAP service direct link. So you can see this is the description, and if you just click on this service description, you will get such a thing. Okay, now don't worry what is this code. Okay, you are not concerned about this at initial stage. As I said, you just copy this URL. Okay, so in this URL, okay, I'll just keep it here. SOAPs. This is a SOAP type of service. In this URL you can see this WSDL. By the way, the full form of SOAP is Simple Object Access Protocol. And this is the another type of service. This is REST. So REST is Representational State Transfer Protocol. Okay, there are differences. A detailed difference we will study this tomorrow, but today just understand what is the SOAP service. So the difference is the format. Difference of format is there. That's it. So the format of SOAP services, it has envelope, it has header and body, just like we used to send the letters in the post box. So there, while sending those, we have the envelope, and on the header we write the subject, and we have a body. So such a format this SOAP service has. REST service has a different format. We will study that later, but SOAP service has this format: envelope, header and body. I'm going to show you where exactly it is. So let's see this service. And by the way, in this URL you can see this WSDL, and this, its full form is Web Services Description Language. Okay, you can Google it also and check. Okay, so you remember all these full forms. Okay, many times you will see many short forms, and you should remember all these full forms over here. So web services description language, and maybe for confirmation we'll just Google it, WSDL and full form. You can see web services description language. Fine. So this is the format of this SOAP service, and this is the URL I got, URL of this page, where it is. Here we are, URL of this page. So this is my contract, or this is my service. When your client or your lead will ask you to test a particular web service, so you will ask where is the contract, okay, or where is the WSDL over here. This is also pronounced as WSDL, okay, WSDL, it is pronounced as WSDL, pronounced as, say, WSDL, WSDL, pronounced as WSDL, right? So you will ask for where is the contract or where is the WSDL. So you will be given this WSDL, okay, maybe in the form of XML file, or you will get it is uploaded and its URL will be taken. So what you have to do, just open this SOAP UI tool, right, and click on file and say new SOAP project. Okay, either you can create a SOAP project from here, file new SOAP project, or you have an option here, SOAP icon is there, you can click here, either here or here, okay, anywhere, and you will get this window. Fine. So here you will give some name to the project. So let's say calculator API, let's say June 22, and let's say 2, some whatever name you want to give, you can give, and you can have spaces also, and paste this URL, paste this URL, and then say OK. Okay, once you say OK, so that API is added to this tool. Okay, just look at this calculator API, and you can see add, divide, multiply, subtract, and you can see in one of the green icon over there, right here. So SOAP, calculator SOAP, here you see, and again another green icon is there, calculator SOAP 1 2, and here also you can see add, divide, multiply, subtract. So why it is 2 times here? So actually this is 1.2 version and this is 1.1 version. So both the services are same here, they work the same, but what we will do is we will prefer the latest version. Okay, so add, divide, multiply, subtract. So let me just show you. I will just expand this, just click on this, just click on this add, and you can see here request, and double click on it. Here it will be opened, you can see, and here you see envelope, header, body, okay, and this is the message, envelope, header, body, and this is the message. So this you are going to send, okay, and once you will send, you will get some response in this area, and you have to check the response over here. Now this is the add request, so you can see 2 question marks. So we are supposed to send the 2 integers over there. Now whether to pass the integer or decimal values, that will be given to you in the requirement document, right? So this complete service description will be given to you, and you will have to give the inputs in this XML. So let me give the input here. So let's say 10 20. So what I am expecting, this is the add request, and I am sending these 2 values. So in the response I should get its addition, that is 30. So here you see this icon over here, this green icon, just click on it and submit this request, and within few seconds you will get this response, and in this response you can see there is 30 present somewhere. So I can see this addition service is working correctly. Fine. So this is how you can add the service into the SOAP UI tool, and you will get all the individual request by separated, and you can just try. So let's try this divide. So double click on this request, and you can see again there are 2 inputs to be given. So let's say 20 by 5. So its answer should be 5, I guess, or 4. Right, this is also correct. Then multiply, we'll try with this service multiply. Let's say 11 by 2, so it should be 22, and I can see 22 over here. And let's say subtract, so let's say 100 minus 50, and let me hit this request, and I can see in the response I got the 50 over here. Okay, and this is what you are supposed to do. You don't have to worry how this is prepared. You have to give the input and check the output. Okay, this is very basic and beginner level exercise. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow we are going to dig deep into it, but this was the preliminary and initial information. So are you clear with this? And now if you have any doubts, any queries, you can ask me in the chat. Yes, have you understood this, how to download and install the SOAP UI tool, and how to get that calculator web service? I'm going to give you that, it's a direct link. You can add it here and check this. Fine. So here we are just manually observing this. Okay, but in this tool there are some functionalities we have, like how to test this, means how to verify whether the response is correct or not. Some assertions are there, right? So those in detail we are going to study tomorrow. Fine. So from my side, I have completed my content. Yes, now if you have any question, I will answer them. Okay, what is the difference between SOAP and REST? Okay, tomorrow we are going to study REST in detail, but still I'll tell you, REST has this kind of format. Okay, very quickly I'll tell you. So if you just search on Google anything, if you search, so let's say API testing, if I search, so you can see this is actually a REST API. Okay, just a second. So if you just see this URL, so in this URL the format is, this is the base URL. Then this search is a resource. Okay, and everything that you see after this question mark, these are the query parameters. Okay, you can see q is equal to this, then there is and up to this, and so on. You can see key value pairs are there. These are what? These are the query parameters. So this is the format of REST request. There is a difference in format between SOAP and REST, right? So SOAP format, I told you, envelope, body, header and body, and REST has this kind of format. Okay, tomorrow we are going to study some other examples also. Who will usually provide the WSDL for the application? The developer or your lead or manager, right? Just like who gives you a build to you if asked, if it is asked to test any particular website or any application. So who gives you that, right? Your lead or maybe the developer will give you a build. So similarly here, this web service or this contract or WSDL will be given by your developer or your lead. Is certification included in this course? See, completion third certificate will be given on day 3. Okay, so that will be a certificate from my side. Okay, so you if you want to do certification on SOAP UI tool, you can just study and book it online and you can do it yourself. So that is different. Okay, so it is overall certificate, means 3 days completion certificate. Okay, in SOAP format, uh, envelope, header, body, message body, envelope. Okay, in the SOAP format, envelope, header, body, message body, why header is not used? Okay, I'm not getting you, Nitya. Can you reframe your question? So Actually, this in this SOAP service, both all of these three things are used: envelope, header, and body. Okay. Amol, can you conduct full API automation course? Longer courses are also there. I conduct Selenium and longer API course also there. Maybe I'll give more information tomorrow, day after tomorrow, on detailed API testing course. What kind of requirement we get for API testing? Okay, you will get either a requirement document, or maybe if your company is okay, not a big, so in the kickoff meeting they'll be providing you the URLs, or they will discuss what this web service is, where it will be used, what is the front end application, right? Maybe you will be involved in both the front end testing as well as in the back end. So this API testing is also known as back end testing. So in the requirement you will be given the details about the functionalities, what input should be given on each individual request, and what output is expected. Yes. Yes, Panduranga. I'll give you more details maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Okay, so I'm just planning a new batch of API testing as well. Okay, so generally that is also in the morning. That's the same thing. Okay, any other questions you have related to today's learning? How was today's session? Have you understood whatever you have learned today? Is there any doubt, any query? Yes. Okay, in the last line of code there is only body and envelope, no header. Header is a self-enclosing tag here. You see here, it is self-enclosing tag. Mm. So you can just search on Google for what is a self-enclosing tag. So it is self-enclosed here. You can see this is not self-enclosed. This is not self-enclosed. Okay, in a request, the same answer. So you can see here this is self-enclosed. Usually testers will be testing the application in UI. So API testing is the backend testing. Means functionality testing in backend is through the SOAP UI tool. SOAP UI is one of the tool, Shashi. There are some other tools as well, right? SOAP UI is one of the tool. Okay, in request can see no header provided. Yes, header is self-enclosed, and now let's say I am sending a letter to somebody, right? So sometimes I will add the subject, sometimes I may not add. Are you able to visualize this? If I am sending a letter to somebody, sometimes I may write the subject, sometimes I may not. Okay, so header info, there would be some header, some it will be just added to it. Okay, only the tag might be added to it. Okay, so I hope Darshan you might got the answer of the question. Still, if it is not, then you can email me. How can we use API testing in automation? Uh, yeah, so in these tools, there are some functionality, inbuilt functionality. One of them we are going to study tomorrow, like when you will run this request, you will automatically get um, the results that whether the response is correct or not. And also a kind of automation is there, maybe at higher level you will understand that, you might study that, using Groovy scripting you can write some code and you can automate this as well. Do you conduct robot framework? No, actually robot framework actually I don't have experience with, honestly speaking. Yes, Darshan. Header you may not be there, but you have to add that tag, okay? And you don't have to worry about it. Developer will do that, okay? Can API testing be done for Salesforce CRM application? Now, it depends what is there in the backend in Salesforce. Okay, instead of formatted response, I am getting lengthy response from a service. Am I missing any setting example? Okay. Mm, Gurudat, you email me these details. What exactly you are getting problem? What steps you have followed, and I will just look into it. Okay, email me on my email ID amol@scriptinglogic.net. Okay, do you have any experience with Tosca? No, no Tosca. It's only Selenium and API testing. Okay, Selenium testing I conduct. Okay, Selenium maybe after 2 weeks there is a workshop as well. Okay, so this is my official website.
प्लीज सब्सक्राइब करें स्किल्स स्मार्ट्स को।